Hello and welcome to SIGCSE Coffee Break, brewed fresh every break, sponsored by Google. I should turn on the microphone so the people on the floor can hear us and not make feedback. Wow, that's good radio.
Yes,
My name is Mark Sherriff.
And I am Kristen Stevens-Martinez, and we're here to chat about everything going on in SIGCSE Technical Symposium 2022 here in beautiful Providence, Rhode
How
Island.
are we already tired?
I don't know.
I mean, we just...
I kind of know. I've been here for a while.
Okay, that's fair. You have been here for a while. We literally have only done one episode, and already we're tripping over our intro. Maybe
it's funny then.
Maybe it's funnier that way.
Enjoyable.
So
Where's the chat, by the way?
where is the chat? Oh, I need to get chat up. That's right. So I'm switching it over. If you are joining us virtually, you can now post in chat. We are actually watching chat now, assuming that
You can wave hello.
you can wave hello. If you're in chat, you can give us a hi. Thank you to those that joined us
Yes.
at the morning session. We saw your chat afterwards, and we felt really bad that we didn't have chat up at the
Yeah,
time.
that would have been fun to respond.
I know. There was some really good points in there too. So,
Yeah.
all right. When last we met, Kristen, the hybrid chair, was going to go experience the conference hybrid. All right. So let's hear. How did it work?
I think it worked fine. Like, it was exactly how you kind of would have expected. I went into one of the special sessions, and they did breakout rooms. We did discussion. It was great. But admittedly, I went in and I was like, "Hi, I'm the hybrid experience chair. I'm here mainly to listen and not participate. So I'm not really fully engaging in this social contract, but I'm here because I'm so interested in the topic." And I did actually end up engaging rather than like listen and work on my email.
Oh, as
slowly,
opposed-
like piling up over and over.
As opposed to doing the I am just here to observe you in your natural habitat, you virtual attendees.
No.
Which session was it? Or do you want to even say?
The problem is my brain has forgotten the time.
Ah, yes. Okay. Well, that
It was one of Colleen Lewis's. That's all I can
well,
say.
okay. As fair enough to Colleen Lewis, that doesn't narrow it down a lot.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. The Colleen Lewis track is always a popular track.
Yes, it is.
Unofficial track here at the Technical Symposium.
is.
So,
And then I went to Author's Corner.
oh yeah, we had
I
Author's
think-
Corner.
I think it went well. Like, it was the session with the most authors. So
Okay.
there were 9 breakout rooms that people
Yeah.
could go to, and there were authors in all of them. And when I like hopped around a little bit, everyone was talking. It was wonderful, as opposed to my class where the students sit in silence in breakout rooms. Well, mildly frustrating, but you know.
Yeah, indeed. I'm sorry. You lost me on that one because okay. So what I did during intervening time, I know it's warm in here. I know you missed that, folks at home, that the warmth of being in the conference hall with everyone walking around and talking and all that sort of stuff. So I had the opportunity to do the first timer lunch talk.
Yeah, how'd that go? How'd that go?
I thought it went well. I think Sarah did a great job. I think it was passable. You know, it was good. But the funny part was, at the end, there weren't really any opportunities for questions because we were really kind of talking more about this is what it's like at the symposium. Here's how you get involved. And so we finish up, and people immediately start packing up their bags and walking out. And I was like, I said it on camera. I was like, this is exactly like my class. And I even shout out, I was like, you all have homework, 2 weeks. It's due in 2 weeks. Make sure you watch that. And it was just, you know, what could you, what can you do about that?
Yeah,
So
how do you respond when people
our head of
walking out on
production,
you?
Jill, giving us a thumbs up as she walks by, which is awesome. So
How do you respond when people are walking out on you? It's like, what else do you do?
yeah, no, I'm giving a keynote, and people are getting up and leaving in the middle of the lunch and going out, and whatever, right? Because this is our job. We have people get up and leave class, and so again, I'm not throwing shade at anyone who had to leave. Believe me, people have to go to the restroom, whatever. It's fine. It's the way it is.
I did set, so Author's Corner ended right at 1 o'clock when your keynote was supposed to start, I believe. So
Okay.
I actually told them, by the way, the first timer's keynote is hybrid. You can go see it right now. And I think that's
Yeah.
where everyone went.
So this is interesting. I went back and looked at it in Pathable, the first timer keynote, and it's an hour and a half long. And I was like, oh my God, I did not talk that long. And sure enough, it's an hour of just the sponsor slide deck turning. And then I start talking at like the hour and 5 mark. Or Sarah and I start talking at the hour and 5 mark. So if you're interested in the first timer talk,
Skip it.
skip ahead, like a long way ahead. in order to get to everything. But
We'll trim it down before we actually
we'll trim it down. We'll trim it down.
post it for reals.
Yeah. So we actually have our first question in chat.
Oh, we do.
We do. I know.
Yay.
Bill, thank you for giving us the first question. And hey, Ray Pettit, friend of ours. Bill, you asked us about where is 2023. 2023 will be in Toronto. We will be international. We were going to be in Toronto in 21. And so it was super awesome of the folks in Toronto to allow us to move the contract. And so now we will be at I think we'll still be at the convention center.
I have no idea. I have not been paying attention to some of those emails.
But what's also awesome is one of the new symposium chairs for 23 is Ben Stevenson, who's in Toronto.
Yes.
Hooray!
No, he doesn't live in Toronto.
Well, he lives in Canada.
Canada and Toronto are not the same thing.
Okay, yes, I know Canada and Toronto are not the same thing, Krista. I thought he was in Toronto. Where is he?
I thought he was in Montreal.
Is he in Montreal? He might be. Okay, Ben, I'm sorry.
I think I'm wrong.
You think you're wrong?
I just know
Okay.
he's not in Toronto.
Yeah.
Judy knows.
Yeah. It's fine. We will. He's.
But anyway,
But
remember your passport.
Remember your passport. Now, what I have the 2020 stickers. I showed those last time. Now, here's the other thing. Like I said this morning, I brought everything back from 2020 that I didn't have, that was not bolted down, including 2,000 of these Toronto eyeglass cloths, which thankfully I brought with me so they could go to the 2023 booth. What's
They're
up?
saying those mics don't. That doesn't work.
That one is not working?
Yes.
Well, nah.
Test. Maybe it's more we have to hold it closer to our faces.
Maybe we need to be a little bit more closer to our faces. Okay. Oh, that's fine. We are figuring it out. We're figuring out how to do it here.
Yes.
We have to get right. Oh, that was a little much. Okay. So
It's like touch the face back.
anyway, all right. Well, let's at least talk about what's going on for the rest of. I'll take it. Let's talk about what's going on for the rest of today. So we
Yes.
have more paper sessions in the technical session 3, the lightning talks, a sister session. So quick rundown. If you don't know what a sister session is, there are other organizations that have papers like TOSI, the Transactions of Computing Engineering. This is SIGCSE, that come up with their own set of papers to be presented. Some cool panels here. New class of teaching track faculty. That's up my alley. I'm interested in that one. And of course, our supporter session. So what do you see here that looks good to you?
I think I was interested by the ethics paper session, with ethics proposals and counter narratives. Because I think the ethics piece is something I've been more and more interested in lately about CSED.
Yeah. No, that sounds great. And NSF on grant writing, that's the one that I'm looking at because
I need more practice at that too.
I think that's true. I think that's something that CS educators, depending on how we came to this profession, we might not have done as much grant writing with our advisors.
Yep.
Looking at the evening, though, we definitely need to talk about BOFs,
Yes.
Birds of a Feather, which just iconic of the technical symposium, the way it works. And those that are regulars at the technical symposium will see that we have BOF Flight A and C, and then B and D. So what's going on here? Come on, hybrid chair. What's going on here?
I asked why we were using letters, and I was responded with tradition. And I'm like,
Well, as opposed to what? Greek symbols? I don't know.
I was thinking like BOF Flock in person 1, BOF Flock in person 2.
You mean something that says what it actually is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but anyway.
Anyway,
Flock A and B are in person, and Flock C and D are virtual. So you definitely want to double check which one is the flock that you are interested in. And if you don't know what a bird of a feather is, it kind of sounds exactly what it is. It is a bunch of people interested in the same topic, and they're going to talk about it. How the organizers of the BOF do it is entirely up to them. They will have access to breakout rooms if they're doing virtual, so they will hopefully maybe use them. It kind of depends on how many people show up, I suspect.
makes sense to me. I mean, the BOFs, when we were fully virtual, it was just a bunch of Zoom rooms.
Yep.
And everyone had done a bunch of Zoom rooms at that point, so there wasn't a lot of confusion, I guess, in how it works. But now you have to make sure
double check.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
in person or are you virtual?
Yeah, are you in person or are you virtual? Are you actually going to be able to, see what's going on there? So notice that. Also notice our more supporter sessions, ABET accreditation, Replit, MongoDB, and Pearson. Those are tonight that are they're up against the BOFs, but there's always a chance you're going to look at a BOF flight and say, I really actually want to learn how to teach databases better. I'm interested in, so make sure you're checking those out as well. And then there's the reception.
What?
Well, virtual friends. I don't
Probably,
know.
I will add this to 2023 notes, something for virtual people during the reception. But
Yeah, we need to figure that out. I could take a camera and walk around and take pictures of the food and show it during the
that
next.
in some ways sounds rude.
Does that sound
It sounds
bad?
a little bit rude because you're like, check out the food that you can't have.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But instead, you can kind of think about it as something that those who are virtual, you could try and find someone that is also virtual, like, look up who's attending. And potentially you can kind of figure out who's virtual just by who's going to Author's Corner. Most of the people in Author's Corner are virtual authors. You can message them and say, hey, you want to hang out during the reception on Zoom or whatever. I'm sure everyone has a Zoom link of some kind somewhere.
Oh yeah. I did not use the meet up button in Pathable as much as I probably should have in 21. In all fairness, I was doing other things.
Yes.
But I found it really easy to use, and I was able to find, hook up with and meet people that I hadn't gotten to talk to in several years. So it was still good. So yeah, great. What have you been doing around Rhode Island? So around Providence, because we got here, we were talking this morning a little bit about where did you find food yesterday? I mean, I grabbed food very quickly out of the first timers lunch. Have you explored any more?
Like the one place that I really enjoyed was we went to a place for sushi, and it was very good sushi, in my opinion. Though I was confused why they didn't hand me chopsticks, and I was like, maybe you think I'm very American, and
you don't get the chopsticks.
I don't get chopsticks.
You don't get
I
chopsticks.
just get forks. So I'm like, I'm very confused. But otherwise, the sushi was good.
Well, you know who we have here? We have an expert on Providence, Rhode Island. Our local arrangements chair, Shamsi Musavi. Come on up and join us up here, please. Come on. Come on, step right up.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Oh,
Well, actually,
very much.
we are very happy to be here in Providence.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it great?
It is great.
Yeah. It's the smallest state, but it has a lot to offer.
It-
Have you seen this? I think the Rhode Island
Fun-sized. That's great. Are those the 3 counties in Rhode Island?
no, the lines you mean? Yes.
3 counties.
Yes.
Interesting.
Oh, how cute!
It is how cute.
Yeah.
It's fun-sized. I love it.
But if you look inside, you see a lot of things you can do here. Have you seen
Here,
the ice rink?
No, I haven't, but I want to go ice skating. I'm kind of excited by that
I
idea.
saw people at the rink very late at night, like at 11 p.m.
Wow.
Whoa.
That seems more dangerous. Skating at night in the dark
Yeah.
or darker.
So I guess you all have seen things like this in your hotel room, or there is a area on first floor.
Oh, closer. There you go. Yep.
First floor where they have all kinds of brochures and booklets for what to do and where to eat, and of course lots of paper maps.
Oh, yes. Hey, I'll be completely honest with you. When I go to a place,
Yeah.
here, you want to hold that for a second? When I go to a place, I mean, Google Maps is great. Don't get me wrong. Google Maps is great. But there is something just glorious about actually having
Yeah,
the paper map to try and figure out where it is that you could want to go find a place to eat.
yeah.
So
to
there is-
see it from high level point of view still has
Yeah.
details. Yes. So what I wanted to say, besides all the things that you see, there is theater going on actually at this time.
There's what going on this time?
Theater.
Oh.
So there's a community theater or Trinity.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So there is a lot of things for kids going on,
Awesome.
like the ice skating, about the things to do. But one thing I should mention
What?
What?
is visiting the Brown University.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, of course. You are in Providence. You should do that. And just to tell you that there is a street near Brown University called Thayer Street,
Taylor Street. Okay.
which is like Rhode Island version of Harvard Square.
Okay, so it's just kind of
Yeah.
like it's like the place where the students go to. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, lots of good food there, and they're not published in any of these. That
wow.
you see, yeah, because they're smaller, less they are casual. They're not fancy restaurants. So I have a few of them to recommend.
Okay, great. Yeah.
One is the East Side Pocket. These are all on Thayer Street.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you just put it in your Google or whatever, you can find them. So East Side Pocket, it's pocket,
Yeah.
Middle Eastern,
Okay.
wraps, kebab and curry. So kebab and curry is, of course, Indian,
Uh-huh.
very good food. Antonia's Pizza by Slice.
Do you buy by the slice?
Because they have so many variation of pizza.
Oh, do you have a favorite?
So you actually, well, I don't like a lot of food, so for me, vegetarian.
Okay.
I'm boring.
That's
But,
Everyone has their own tastes.
but the good thing is that you don't have to apply the whole pie because they have so many variety. You can get a number of slices and
Nice.
share with each other and
Very nice.
try different ones. And there is also Baja Tequila. Baja
Okay.
Tequila Mexican food.
Mexican
Oh.
food.
So these are very low key, relaxed, casual kind of eating places in Thayer Street. When if you look at the map to get to Brown University, you can actually walk.
Nice.
But
Oh, okay.
But I have to tell you that some parts are hilly. So keep that
There
in
are lots
mind.
of boulders I noticed driving up here to New England. It's just very rocky in general. Not the red clay and just lots of pine trees that I see in Virginia. So
Yeah, well,
Sounds
we
good.
have a lot of pine
Yeah,
trees.
we
but,
do.
Yeah, but you can walk, and actually, when you get there, you have to walk. So
Fair
if
enough.
you want to go to the computer science department, it is on the corner of Waterman and I keep forgetting. It's not. It's close to Thayer. It's the next street. Waterman and Thayer. It's actually Waterman and Brook Street.
so it looks like it's it's only like
So it's here.
10 blocks away from here, roughly ish.
Yeah. So if you take the Waterman Bridge
Uh-huh.
from the side when you're walking, that would be Waterman and what did I say? Brook Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Awesome.
So this information that you have, these sheets of paper, for folks that are here right now, if they wanted to pick up this paper, should they go downstairs at the convention center
Yeah.
to get these lists? Okay.
They have lots of material downstairs.
I'm sorry, I took
Yeah, that's okay.
I'll hold it.
First floor, they have lots of maps and everything.
Oh,
Awesome.
great.
You just needed to write those names down because they are not in printed version of list of
Oh,
places
the
to eat.
It's like the secret places. It's the secret places for eating.
Places where, students and faculty at Brown usually go to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we are really, really excited to be here. And honestly, we're back excited to be in person. But I was really excited to come to Providence just because I'd really not gotten to see it, this part of the country before. So thank you on behalf of us to Rhode Islanders for your hospitality here.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's gorgeous during the summer, of course. Spring comes here a month late. So
I'm not surprised.
yeah.
I think I've kind of noticed. I kind of noticed.
Yeah. So it will be very beautiful. Of course, Boston is gonna be gorgeous
Oh, of course,
in a
yeah.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah. It competes with cherry blossoms.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Certainly my part of the country will have an argument about cherry blossoms with the DC cherry blossoms, but still.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. Awesome. Thank you.
Any question, anyone later? I'm around.
See you around. Thank you. Oh, wow. I'll have to try out some of those places,
Yes, me too.
perhaps. Now, we did have a request.
We did.
We did from the previous morning that they said, we want to see, not just y'all, we want to see what's going on the floor. So if you'll hold the mic for me.
Sure, I will hold the mic.
All right, everyone. I'm going to switch over to camera 2.
There we go.
And the camera's leaning over. There you go. Wave, everyone. This is the show floor. You have, Barnes and Jones and Bartlett over there. Microsoft is way in the back. Codio is down that way. Coming over here. Look at those snacks. Don't you wish you had snacks at home? You probably have snacks.
You probably have their favorite snacks.
Probably
at
their
home.
favorite snacks. There's some popcorn. Here's a demo station over there. There's us again, behind us. There we go. So that was a little impromptu, and so hopefully that came out okay. Maybe there's a
Give you all a sense of what it's like to up down here or up here, wherever.
New England rocks. You might say yes, David. I completely agree. It's snowing in southern Ontario. What's the weather like in Providence? What is it? Okay. There was a Twitter argument about this, about how cold it was going to be here.
I did not start that. I did not start it. I just
didn't.
helped continue.
You
it.
just finished it. No. So our good friend Manuel Perez Quinones
Yes.
said, "We're going to Providence. Make sure you pack that coat."
And I think his was in response to me saying that I was done packing, and then Larry was like, "I think I'll bring my life jacket."
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm like, "That's fighting words." Man.
Well, of course, Manuel, Puerto Rican. He was
North
like
Carolina.
who now lives in North Carolina, so and went to in Virginia Tech
Yes.
for quite a while. Was chair for arguably the coldest SIGCSE we have ever had.
I remember this.
Yeah, it was.
It snowed a lot. It was like did it snow? Yes, it did snow a lot.
Yeah.
Like some of us were worried that we wouldn't get out with our flights on time.
I didn't bring a coat.
You didn't? Why
I
not?
did because I'm an idiot. I didn't bring a coat to Minneapolis.
I brought my coat. I definitely
Well,
brought my coat.
yeah. The thing that happened in Minneapolis was the celebratory dinner for the conference committee.
Yes.
So it was like 5 blocks away.
I don't know. I wasn't there. Why are you asking?
Were you not?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were for some reason. So it was like 5 blocks away, and we all decided it was easier to walk. And I decided to follow the directions that Google Maps get. Sponsored by, love you, Google. Thank you, Google. But I followed the Google Map directions and ended up walking through like a graveyard or something through like hip deep snow. It didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work out great.
That sounds like this is steering me wrong, and now I'm wondering if I'm really going in the wrong way.
We'll show you where the dinner. No, they found the place to take us. So anyway, right now it is mid 40s ish.
I have not been outside.
So I ate my lunch outside because I'm still being super cautious. Mask ain't coming off. I ate outside.
Okay.
So I ate outside on the steps of the Dunkin' Donuts Center, the basketball arena, not the actual Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes.
That would be weird.
I was very confused also when I saw that. Like, Dunkin' Donuts, like, is it? Oh, it's okay. It's sponsored basketball arena. Now I
Basketball,
get
yeah.
it. Now I
Most of you, if you've heard of the Dunkin' Donuts Center, you probably have heard of it because of the number of times that NCAA basketball games are actually held here.
get it. Oh, okay.
It's pretty often. Believe it or not, it's in the rotation.
Okay.
Yeah.
The sports ball thing,
You do teach at Duke. Isn't this a requirement? Don't they like?
well, I think it's also a fun running joke with my students where I'm like, when is the sports ball game? I know I'm not supposed to have exams during that time, and I utterly lied. It's actually the Saturday, and I have an exam during this time.
Oh no.
But it's a take
man.
home. It's a take home, and they have 3 days to do it. So it's okay.
So it's
They
okay.
can just do it before, even though 5% of the class complained that I gave them an exam during the game. And I'm like, you can do it 2 days before. Like, there you go.
You could.
There's
You
nothing
could.
stopping you. Plus, the game is at 6 p.m. You're not pre-gaming at 10 in the morning.
No, yes, they are. These are Duke students. Yes.
You're like bursting my bubble.
No, I mean, I've lived in the Atlantic Coast Conference my entire life. Yes. Yes, it's what happens. Anyway.
Anyway.
Our time is coming up. There's more stuff going on. Thank you so much, everyone that's joined us virtually today
Yes.
for the 2 break sessions. We will be back tomorrow morning. Kristen won't be back with us tomorrow morning. We have Alvaro Monje and Manuel Perez Quinones coming for a very special treat
Yes.
tomorrow morning. So you'll want to see that. If you are doing the puzzle, the trivia thing that the puzzle folks are doing, we will have the clue for that tomorrow. So make sure you watch shows tomorrow if you're interested in doing that. And yeah, anything else you want to?
No, I don't think so. Remember so besides the reception, normally the reception is the last thing, but now the author's corner is the last thing that's happening.
Oh, that's true. 9:00 p.m. tonight.
9
I should have put that on the
I
schedule.
literally had a spreadsheet that was like, all right, if we count 8 to 8 being normal time, willing to like do something for the conference, I spanned it across and was like, all right, what time can I put 9 p.m.? So we span everything. And 9 p.m. this time. Like we span as many time zones as possible. And 9 p.m. and noon were the best times.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us for another episode. Take care. Be safe. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
Bye.
Bye.